Alternative energy, that's what the students at FBC's I3 program are studying. The students in I3's environmental science class recently received a grant for thousands of dollars. They, along with the second graders at Old Kings Elementary School, will be working on the use of solar power with greenhouses and gardening. We went down to the academy to speak to the head of the project, Courtney Vandebunty.
Hi, this is Ethan Arizega reporting live from the I3 campus. I'm here with Ms. Vandebunty, the head of the Captain Planet Initiative. So why don't you explain to us what this project is about?
Well, the Captain Planet Initiative is a project that my environmental science students and I came up with, and it's funded by a Motorola grant through the Flagler County Ed Foundation. And it's basically a project to teach the students about sustainable practices, alternative sources of energy, while providing produce to Flagler community families.
All right, so why did you decide to do this project?
Well, being that it's an environmental science class, alternative energy sources such as solar power and sustainable practices in gardening was just kind of an applicable topic to cover. Also, we wanted to give back to the community and do what we could for the environment, and this was just the best way that we could do.
So I understand you got a lot of money from a grant. What will you be using this money for?
So a lot of the money has already been used for things like a new pump for an overhead irrigation system, lumber for raised garden beds. We're actually going to be purchasing a greenhouse for Old Kings Elementary School so that they can start growing produce to give back to the community as well. And whatever's left over, we've just been kind of spending on soil and compost and other gardening supplies.
So how'd you get Old Kings Elementary School involved?
Well, we worked with Old Kings Elementary School and Dr. Asher and her second graders last year when we were trying to get rid of all of the styrofoam trays in the cafeterias, and we were actually pretty successful on that, and it was a great project, and we had a lot of fun working with the second graders, so we wanted to do that again this year.
All right, so do you think it's important for students to learn about alternative energy sources?
I think it's very important for students to learn about alternative energy sources considering the state of our environment and that it's such a growing field, especially being that we live in Florida, which is the Sunshine State, which is why solar energy was one of the sources that we focused on.
And last question, what about gardening? Do you think it's important for students to learn about gardening?
Yes, again, I think it's really important for students to learn about gardening so that they can, go home and share it with their parents so that they know that it's really not hard to grow your own healthy produce, whether it's in your backyard, on your patio, or, in a community garden. So that we can continue living, or start living healthy lifestyles in a sustainable way.
Well, there you have it. That was Ms. Vandebunty with the Captain Planet Initiative. I'm Ethan Arizega, and I'll see you next time, FPC.